So today we're going to do a D and an O and an H. So both have kind of tall letters in. So for our D and our O, again, same as the last time we did one with a D, practice the D. So it starts at the top and it goes all the way around, up and then down. And then again, if you want a little bit of practice, just a bit more confidence, you can kind of practice those. Again, like that one, and that one is probably better than that one. So just a little bit of practice just to, make sure you're happy with it. Now, the O is quite an interesting letter, because we did do a double O in the very first video, or second video. So the O kind of starts at the top. It's a bit like an O. It starts at the top, but kind of to the right. And it is literally a circle with a little tail at the top like that. Now, when you come to join them together, your D, it does something like this. So you do your D, and then you kind of go up. And again, it's a bit like if we're going to join an A or a C or, a similar letter. So we do our D, and then we just loop round and then do our tail. So again, I'll just do that one more time. So there's our D, up into our O, and one last one, just like that. And again, a couple of lines to practice. An O and an H. Now we're going to use the O again, because we've just been using that. And again, if you want to practice a couple of O's, absolutely fine, because there's nothing wrong with practicing a couple of extra letters. When we come to do our H, we need to think about where it starts. So it starts at the top, down, up and round. Down, up and round. Now, joining an O and an H is actually going to be one of the joins that it's a slightly different join. It doesn't join at the bottom like a lot of the joins we've done. This one kind of joins halfway up. So what you do is when you do your O, and you do there, you kind of go from there. So you're joining kind of halfway up towards the top rather than at the bottom. And again, it's really, really useful because lots of children struggle when they come to do joins they haven't done or haven't practiced and things like that. Sometimes the joins are in the wrong place. So sometimes, this one I've seen quite a few times where they'll do the O and then they'll come down to the bottom to join and then do the H. But the problem with doing that is when you do your O and then if you come down, it looks like an A. So it's really important to see where the tail or where the kind of letter goes on to the next letter. This O is up here, so that's where it's going to join. So we do our O again, and again up, and there we go. And again, a couple of lines to practice that. And again, if you want to practice this a bit more, you can do more than 2 lines, but you can also do some words that may have some of these joins in. So for example, let's go for don't. We've got a D and an O. So we're going to do our D, there's our O, into our N, up into our T. Don't forget the apostrophe because you need it. And again, practice as many times as you got. Remember, you've got the whole page to go on to, and just think about those letter sizes and where they join.